Peace, 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 Moors. I want to start off by saying love, truth, peace, freedom, justice, my 2 cents, Moors, health, and wealth. But I'm going to be brief today. Moors, please tune in today. We're going to do a lecture today. It's going to be uploaded, I'll say around 5 p.m. Pacific time. That's Arizona time, 5 p.m. And I'm going to highlight a lecture that I've done last week. I didn't get a chance to upload it. So I always like to give a little bit of our Moorish history along with history. But our lecture today, we're going to finish recapping the section in our Quranic study guide. We're going to be going over lessons of that. We're going to be speaking on who are the Elohims. And we're going to be speaking on the meaning of the prophets out of our Quranic study guide. So if you're reading our Moorish Quran and you don't understand something, you should have the study guide. And I'm going to be teaching out our Moorish Science Temple of America, our Catechism for Understanding the Moorish Holy Quran, chapters 20 to 48. And we're going to be going over sections, codes of conduct, and we're going to be going over the sections of knowledge of self. Also more, at our Moorish Masonry, I'm going to be touching on the Al-Hadith. I'm going to be touching on the all-seeing eye and the symbols in Freemasonry. What I tell Moors, you shouldn't be afraid of Masonry because it comes from Moors. Watch this. I'm going to read something real fast. This is one of the historic books. Watch what it says. The Moors called their god Juba, J-U-B-A, whom some believe to be the same as Jehovah. The Latins, in all probability, took their J-O-V-I-S or Javis, J-O-V-I-S, Pater, from Jehovah. It is certain that the 4 letters which were pronounced Jehovah, which is Yahweh, I'll teach that later, may likewise be expressed by Javo, Jaho, Joan, Jivo, Jav, Jiva. It's really Yahweh. Remember that, Moors. And that the ancient Hebrews were not unacquainted with the pronunciation of it, since they recited it in their prayers and in reading of their sacred books. But the so-called Jews, after the captivity of Babylon, out of an excessive and superstitious respect for the so-called holy names, left out all the customs of pronunciating it and forgot the true pronunciation of it, Moors. We got to know this. The book of Al-Aqsa is history and science in here. I'm telling you, we got to know this. Every man a Freemason. The true and original form in making a Freemason, with all the lectures, all the things, every man is a free man. All Moors are free men, Freemasons. In the biblical scriptures tell you, remember in Genesis that Jabal, one of the descendants of Lamech, erected an edifice composed of wood and stone, a work holy and practical, without some knowledge of the principles of geometry, and that branch particularly which relates to masonry. All the other sciences are found on geometry, or in other words, are governed by the exact adherence to the rule or proportion. This may be deemed the mother art, or the handmaid of the delights and conveniences of human life. That this position is more than conjecture, which can prove by referring you as a Masonic or Messianic account of the progress of science, wherein we learn that after Jabal had discovered the doctrine of numbers, Jubal, his brother, found out the art of music and invented, evidently, a raising from the form as music is nothing more than a due proportion of sounds. Tubal Cain soon became after an artificer in metal, he worked with the metals, and his daughter invented the method of weaving. The other name, latterness, which would not sink into the water. I can go on and on and on with the science, Moors. Original history of Freemasonry among the colored people in Northern America. When it's pictures of the brothers back in the day, that was master masons. But you letting somebody get you with pseudo academia and doctrine, letting you think that masonry is something scary, and that it come from a European, and they wear the fez in clandestine. That's why they have the Asiatic woman on the fez with the sword, because they took an oath, and if they revealed that they pray to you in secrecy, off with the head. It's just facts, Moors. We don't wear our fez in clandestine. You get this as old pictures of brothers in here. That was master masons. This is our craft. That's why I ask brothers and sisters, be part of our school. Be part of our book club. When you donate $50 a month, you remember, you get all the literature. We have a real book club. You get all the literature. We have books that we gathered and compiled. Myself and my empress, we have 10 books. And if Moors are confused with what the divine creed of Moorish Islam is, we have it. All you have to do is donate 20 bucks and you get a copy of the divine creed of Moorish Islam. You know? All my members are part of the book club. If you want to be a member and part of the book club, it start off with $50 a month. And then I will send you literature. It's things that we talk about in medical field that we must know. And you will get the literature. Like medical apartheid. The things that were done to blacks and things during those times in the medical field. This is stuff you have to know. We teach this stuff. When we talk about the color of law. How they segregated housings and things. You know? You know, and I also, when brothers be talking, saying that they want to buy back their community and do things, it can be done. You have to be a real organization. And brothers and sisters that be on social media just bashing nonprofits and what 501c3 is, they have no dynamics of what a 501c3 is about. I'm a 501c3. The Burning Bush Tabernacle Science Temple and Schools is a 501c3. The government don't run me. See, a person that gets you caught up in spookism and scare tactics and won't explain the dynamics of a 501c3 all the way to a 501c10. You can't do nothing in your community if you're not a nonprofit. When you're a nonprofit, you get stuff donated to you. You are tax exempt, charitable, education, scientific, religion. You can teach your own people. You can raise money. We just like the Goodwill. We just like the thrift stores, all that. So, when brothers and sisters talking about they trying to do this and do that, well, I'm going to show you. When I always talk, but I always like to show and improve. When I say I'm a nonprofit and I get stuff in my community to plight, in Flint, Michigan, it's side streets that's all the houses tore down. And I'm going to buy the block and I'm going to have my own charter community, block by block. And if people want to support and be part of it, I pray they do. If not, me, my wife, and my immediate family, my mother and father, we're going to buy our land in the city, plant gardens. And then I'm going to show brothers my blueprints that I'm going to have land out here in Arizona, 40 acres, where we're going to build our tabernacle and our housing and our center to train and teach children. But this right here, Moors, is what I'm talking about when brothers and sisters talking about they can't buy their neighborhood. The reason why they can't, because they're not a business. Now, this is just one of my documents. And what we're doing, when the cities tear down the houses, the regular houses in your community, the land is there for the taking and you must get it. It's tennis shoe money. And we're getting it, all these abandoned properties, because my nonprofit, we getting it donated to us for $1. We lease it first. And we keep redoing the lease. And if we want to put a structure on it, then we have the option to buy. But right now, we're just going to put gardens and put community parks and change our community to change all the raggedy stuff, the plight, and make it beautiful. And once we get supporters, then we'll have our own neighborhoods, because the people will pay for it. This is just one of the lots. I'm getting lots all next to each other. So for instance, in Flint, Michigan, they tearing down whole blocks. So they just tore down 3 of the houses. I got all the blocks. I got the 3 lands. So once they tear the other 8 down, the whole block, the whole left side will be mine. Then they go into the other side to tear it down. I'm going to get the whole right side. I will have a whole block. I will be able to have a charter community. And we're going to do that neighborhood by neighborhood. And I'm using my own dollars. I'm using my own resources. So I'll be back in Flint in July 21st. Our lecture is going to be at the YMCA. It's going to be amazing. We're going to have it at 3 o'clock p.m. We're going to give some history. We're going to see if brothers and sisters want to be a part of our real school that we can build in our city of Flint, but also out here in Arizona where I'm getting this land and we're going to build our tabernacle, our school, have gardens. We got a lot of things going on. And I'm asking brothers and sisters to be a part of it. Donate. You get a tax exempt receipt at the end of the year for everything that you donated, Morris. We can do this. I need support, man. We can do this. We are a real organization. A beggar nation cannot save itself. You must know who you are first. Understanding that you are a Moorish American. Understanding that being a Moor means you must change things about you. The old must be thrown away. You must be a noble man. We change within. And once we change within, understanding who we are historically, spiritually, religiously, scientifically, connecting ourselves to the zodiacs, understanding the constellation and the zodiac laws, then we can move on. But the divine creed is first. Divine and national is first. We must understand both, Moors. Donate $20 and that'll allow you to watch the lecture, and I'll ship you one of our books, The Divine Creed of Moorish Islam. I will ship you that book, man. You know, my students, all my students, they have. This is one of the books me and my Empress gathered and compiled. The Interpretation of the Divine Creed of Moorish Islam. When you donate $20, I will ship this book to you. But I have 9 other books we gathered and compiled. You know, when I tell brothers the 103 amazing facts about the black Indian of the Western Hemisphere outline, look on Amazon and see how much this document costs. I ship them out to all my students for $50 so they don't be confused. It's the donation. Come on, Moors. July 21st, the lecture going to be in Flint. Donate $20. Donate $20 and get a copy of our Interpretation of the Divine Creed of Moorish Islam. And you'll be able to view the lecture, Moors. Tune in at 5 p.m. for the lecture. I love you all, Moors. Love, truth, peace, freedom, justice. My 2 cents, Moors. Health and wealth. A beggar nation can never save itself. Peace, light, and illumination.